Hey my friends, how y'all doing? I'm coming in with a request for the warning for Danny's kind of gear rundown. And this is done by Digital Tour Bus. So I'm going to leave a link to their channel because they're the ones who originally did this. It should be super cool. I love the warning. So let's jump in. Again, thank you Digital Tour Bus for presenting this. I really appreciate it. I'm a total gear nerd, so it's right up my alley.
Hey everybody, I'm Danny from The Warning. I'm the guitar player and singer of the band. We're super excited to be headed out on tour, promoting our newest single, which is called More. Go ahead and listen to it. And today, I'm going to be taking you through one of my guitars. Well, a lot of them. But first, this amazing PRS guitar. She's my baby. This is a custom 2408 guitar. She was my first PRS guitar, and I completely fell in love with her during the pandemic. I was kind of like in this like dating sense in guitars. I was really trying to find out where I was the most comfortable, right? And I found it right here with this beautiful baby. I take her everywhere. She's been with me through a lot of tours, and this is like my main go-to guitar, which is super cool because if you see here, we have, this is like the cool thing about the custom 2408. We have the split coils, which you can have different combinations of pickups between all the different settings. We have this double switch here, and I did a little bit of modification. This is really new, but look at this. If I click on this switch, we get some LED lights in here for when everything goes dark. I will not lose my way. It's just very, very cool. You know, even though we're a super rock and roll band, most of my the tunings of the songs are in E standard.
I love this stuff, guys. Those LED lights are like a thing now. Never used to be, but recently you see a lot of people that have the LED lights. I love how she has it on the sides because, yeah, you know, you can see where you're playing. It just lights up the fretboard just enough so you can see it. It's super cool. And I love this Paul Reed Smith. You know, I had one Paul Reed Smith. I'm going to have to try another one. The first one I had, it just seemed off balance to me. But I'm going to have to try another one simply because of Danny and Taru from One OK Rock. They both play PRSs, so got to check it out.
I usually go all the way in tone, all the way in volume, because I'm the only guitar on stage, so I want to be as loud and as clear as possible. Also with the bridge pickups. And here, I really like to use both my humbuckers to like the most I can, right? I have some parts with cleans that I will go up here, but usually I just leave it like that. I like to play that with that more around in the studio. But for live purposes, that's usually where I just like go all out. For the strings, I use 1046. These are the Ladio strings, NYXL. And yeah, they're thinner strings because I have a tiny hand, but it's all good. They rock just as hard. So yeah, those are the strings that I use.
Okay, guys. So for those of you who don't know, the strings will go from like, let's just say 9s. That's what I use, generally 9s to 10s. The higher the number, the thicker the string is. You know, if you go too high, I tried strings when I was first starting out that were so thick it was like piano wires under your fingers. You know what I mean? So that's what that does. You know, a thicker string might sustain a little bit longer when you get up to like 10s to like say 12s, but when you get up there, I didn't really. They were like piano wires under your fingers, and so this is going to be the Explorer that Lizzie Hale gave her. That's sweet. That's a beautiful guitar.
I really hope I don't cry when I tell you the story about this guitar. So this is a Gibson Explorer that was gifted to me last year by one of my idols, Lizzie Hale. It's an incredible story because I was waiting for a guitar change from my guitar tech mid-show, and then I realized that he comes to take my guitar, but he doesn't give me anything back, and I was just like, oh my god, what's happening? And then before I knew it, Lizzie Hill comes running on stage with this guitar and just like hands it to me. I was like, you're kidding. I thought she was lending me one of her guitars because it looks like really similar, but then after the show I was just like, I couldn't believe it, and she told me like, that is for you, and it was specifically made with the things that you like, your strings, this pickups, which yes, I love. And honestly, I still can't believe it. I take it everywhere with me because one of the things that she says, like, it's for you, please rock as hard as you can with it, and that's what I plan to do. I use this guitar very much the same as I use my PRS guitar. The only difference in this is that I had to like get used to the size of it. The first day I played it, I already nicked it. Oh my god, it has some battle scars. I'm not used to the dimensions, but I love it. All right.
So that's one guitar. That can easily be fixed, that chip. But that's one thing I just don't like about those weird style bodies. If you move just one wrong move, you're not used to it, you'll chip it, you'll ding it. So I try to stay with, when I was younger, I messed around a little bit with guitar, and I would love that kind of shape. But now I kind of stick more to like Strat style bodies or Les Pauls. I guess I've had Explorers and Explorer style bodies, and I haven't nicked them. I'm super careful. But anything like that I have, like that's a lot of money, I don't even play them because I'm afraid that I'll drop it or it'll fall off the stand or something. So, I mean, most of my guitars that I play are just cheap guitars, so it's all good for me.
This one has a very similar story to the Explorer, which is crazy to think about. I just got this last month from the one and only Matt Bellamy from Muse. They have been my idols since I could remember. And we were talking about guitars, and at one point he just goes like, what's your favorite color? And I was just like, I panicked, I just said yellow. I was just like, but what kind of yellow? It's like mustard yellow. Before I knew it, I have a one-of-a-kind Manson mustard yellow guitar. It's the only one that exists in this color. But the model is an Onyx 6 because of the 6 strings. It's fairly new in the Manson world. I'm just trying it out. I'm testing it out live to see what are the songs, what are the tunings that I can use on it, and overall I'm still getting used to it, but it's gonna be my new best friend. I know it. We're gonna have great times together. And I also love the inverted headstock here. It's just like, ooh, nice. So overall,
I love the reverse headstocks too. However, if you buy one, you need to look before you tune, because you're used to, like, say the low E would be the first one, you know what I mean, but it's opposite, so you break a string. I've done that before. I love that mustard color too. It's a super cool guitar. I love how it's not like really super curvy. You look at the horns up there, the two pieces that come out from the body, they're kind of flat. It kind of matches the headstock. It ties it all in together. But that's a super cool guitar. I can't wait to see it in action.
I really love this guitar, and I can't wait to play it more. This is the pick that I use. It's a big stubby from Dunlop, and it's very funny. This is usually a jazz pickup, but I love how the grip feels on it, and honestly, this was made for me. Even though the sound could be a little bit harder with other picks, I really like this one because I feel like at the end of the day, the more comfortable you are with what you're playing, the better. So, yeah.
I agree.
Welcome to...
However, that pick is so thick. A lot of times when I see Danny live, after every song, she has to check her tuning. If you play really hard with that pick, it's just going to barely put it out of tune. So you've really got to be careful with that stuff. I use like thin picks. So when I want my pick to be a little bit firmer, I'll turn it sideways and kind of curve it with my finger. It makes it a little bit stiffer. But, she's a pro, so she don't need to worry about that. But I don't know. It's just it boils down to an individual choice of what you like. And she likes that thick pick, and it has the grip that she likes. So that's half the battle finding a pick. Mine are like, they call them cat tongue grip. It's really like, how a cat tongue feels. That's what it feels like, so it doesn't slip out of your finger. And here we are on her pedal board. This is going to be cool.
My battle station. This is a Kemper Profiler pedal board, which I control every single song that I have on here. I have all the different titles of all of our songs. Oh, let me find our new single. Wait. There it is. More. What I love about this, it doesn't sound digital at all. I've had different types of pedal boards throughout the years, but I love the Kemper because it's very, very organic sounding. I'm not gonna lie, to build this beauty took me a while. The cool thing about the amps and cabinets that I'm using is that they have been profiled, and those are David Bendit's amplifiers and the ones that we used to record our latest album because he was our producer.
Nice.
And I love that I can use the exact sound that I had for the recording and give it new life for the live version. So that is absolutely amazing to me. I usually have 4 different settings. We have the clean one, I go to my main one, and my main one are the chunky ones. That's are the things I use to do my palm mute, so they're a little less behind in gain, so that they don't feedback a lot. Then I have like my big sound, which usually I add a harmonizer to it, which I'm only the only guitar on stage, so I like to have a low octave as well, so I can just kind of grow super big, and that's my whammy one. I usually have a bridge one, which has a little bit more delay and reverb on it, so that it kind of like breathes a little bit more, and that's usually all that I do in basically each song. I actually have some songs that I love to play with the expression pedal and just going an octave higher, so I would just like play a note and go and in solos, that's really, really cool. I don't use a lot of whammy in general for solos. It's just not my thing, but here is where I use it. I do not have a guitar plugged in. I'm just realizing that, so I can't show you. But in this one, I use the expression pedal a lot for that. Since I'm already using an amp over here, I do not find the necessity of having one here, but I love to hear my amp on stage. I love to feel the sound of the guitar, so I usually go through this pedal baby, which is just a preamp, into the cab so I can have my sound here, and the pedal board goes straight into the front of house console and just blast it out through the PA. Thank you for watching, everybody. You can watch our content on The Warning Rock Band on Instagram, we're The Warning on Facebook, and everywhere else. So thank you so much, and keep on rocking.
Super cool digital tour bus. I love this stuff, guys. However, I wish she would have definitely had a, I gotta like this, I wish she would have definitely had a guitar plugged in to show you, those foot pedals are, it's a learning process with those, because you can change so many things, reverbs, distortions, gain, and add so many effects. I have the Line 6 half stack, and I also have a Line 6 Catalyst, which is two 12-inch speakers. It's 200 watts, and that one's, easier than like the pedal board, like trying to set stuff up. I just haven't been doing covers much, so anyway, I know that I've seen that there's some more of these gear things from The Warning, and, I really love these things. Somebody requested this, so I'm like, well, I got to do the rest of them, right? Got to. Anyway, Digital Tour Bus, thank you so much for letting me do this. I will link back to their channel because I appreciate what they're doing here, and it's the right thing to do. All right, guys, you've been warned, and I'm recording this at 6:20 Christmas Eve. So, have a great Christmas, guys, and much love to you, and thanks for everything, being part of the channel, liking, subscribing, requesting. Everything you guys do is awesome. All right, my friends, we'll see you next time.